I don't know about you guys, but I am hella hyped for this press conference. As you can see, I'm currently in my KSI cosplay, my KS play, if you will. Let's talk about press conferences for a moment. You see, for decades, press conferences have been used as a way to develop and build hype for a fight. It could be the moment when fighters are both first meeting for the first time. You see them clashing wits, or sometimes even clashing physically. Nothing builds up hype for a fight any more than having them just throw down verbally and just slaughter each other, and you can see the look in their eyes. You can feel the hatred. You can forget like classic moments when Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis first squared off, and Mike Tyson just charges like he's ready to fight him right there. A brawl breaks out, and everyone, tens of people have to come up and break these two people apart.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the defending champion, the linear heavyweight champion. He is the WBC, the IBF, and the IBO heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis.
Or you could think about the poetry shown by Muhammad Ali back in the day, when he would just verbally slaughter and break down or destroy all his opponents before the fights.
Who knocks out everybody and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. But he hit harder than George. His reach was longer than George. He's a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been lost, knocked down a couple times. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Bad dude.
Bad. Fast. Last night, I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark.
Incredible.
Fast.
Incredible.
And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Beautiful. Or you can think of the modern equivalent in Conor McGregor, where he throws out quick one-liners, displaying his wit and just getting under their skin and just tearing them apart before the fight.
Who do you think would give you the hardest fight out of anybody on stage?
Right here. Right here, the hardest hitting 145 pound, the real hardest hitting 145er, right here. This guy TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. They're not, who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? You know damn well who I am. Who the fuck is that?
Sometimes people be more excited for these conferences than the actual fights themselves. Or you could think back to a famous stare down by Ben Nguyen when he faced up against this tatted up fuckwit, and the guy was being an absolute wanker to him the whole time. It just makes the knockout even more sweeter in that fight because of the absolute humility he showed.
Just the details for the fighters.
So, there's no doubt that when you have 4 entertaining YouTubers stepping up to throw down verbally before their fight, it's gonna be entertaining because these guys are famous for just talking to cameras, right? So we're gonna be quoting them the same way we quote lines from like Conor McGregor, you know, when Conor McGregor was like, who the fuck is he? We're gonna be saying lines from this for decades. This is gonna raise the bar on what a press conference should be. UFC, boxing, kickboxing fans, or fighters, take notes, because let me show you, YouTube's gonna show you how to really do it. Fucking hell. If you haven't watched the Logan Paul KSI press conference, word of advice, probably don't. You're going to wish you could get that time back in your life. The only decent one-liners, and I'm using the word decent very liberally, seem like they were written by Carrot Top's untalented and unfunny younger brother. I don't know where the Venn diagram is of YouTube, prop comedy, and boxing, but this is apparently where we're chilling in right now where we chilled in for this press conference.
One more thing, go ahead, let me hear what you got to say, brother.
I got you something, Desi, for those man movies.
A few months ago, you got me a few presents full of your shit merch. So you know what? I thought I'd return the favor and get you a few presents of mine.
What you got, champ? You bought him a present, y'all.
I know you're a huge fan.
I am too, brother. Oh,
you remember this? Toy Story Alien, right? Oh, you want?
Yo, you can sell them on eBay
I
for
got you
$5.
some hair clippers, bro. So you can finally fix the shit on your head.
What the fuck is? We're doing gifts. We're doing gifts. We're doing gifts. Go ahead, set it down. You want some gifts?
Oh,
there's a gift.
You can try and do that, bro. Ah, damn.
Oh.
Wait a second, bro.
A doormat, champ. Oh, not the toilet paper.
Trash. That's KSI's
Logan,
face.
Logan.
Everyone in my house uses this.
I've got YouTube books for dummies. You might need to read this. You might need to read this, bro. There you go.
This is amazing.
There we go.
Their off-the-cuff remarks just seem absolute dog shit. People are saying this is all fake. If this is fake, this just... I tell you, don't pursue a career in Hollywood, fellas. Any four of you, or if you are, it makes sense why it's not going that well. You really get the vibe that a lot of these guys really, really depend on editing to be somewhat funny, somewhat witty, somewhat entertaining, because I'm going to be dead honest. It was pretty awkward. It was pretty awkward the whole time. And as I said before, like, these guys are famous for talking to cameras, and they just seem to not be good at talking to cameras, apparently. I don't know. I guess we did learn some stuff from this press conference, you know, regardless of the fact that not a single person really possessed the brain power or attention span to answer a single question by the moderator, Shannon the Cannon Briggs. Let's go, champ. I guess what I've managed to take away from this pretty cringy four-way pissing contest between these just twats is, firstly, Jake Paul either likes or dislikes Walmart. I'm not sure, but he spent the bulk of his time on stage yelling out Walmart.
Who's seen his boxing videos?
Yo, watch him.
Watch him.
Okay.
Watch him. Watch all my videos.
Okay.
Watch all of
Please, champ. Please, Jake.
Walmart.
All right.
Go get
You're
your
wearing Hughes.
Go get your
You're
glasses.
wearing Hughes.
Walmart.
You're wearing Hughes.
Walmart.
Next, Desi, dude, I don't know, KSI's little brother. I appreciate his commitment to his approach. He took an approach that I might have taken in like 3rd grade if I had a beef with someone, where I didn't know what to say to them, and, you know, back in when you're 10 years old, saying, "Fuck Jake Paul, fuck Jake Paul." That's apparently a really good insult.
Stupid.
Please don't, champ, please.
Fuck Jake Paul. Fuck Jake Paul. She said, fuck Jake Paul. She said, don't do anything stupid. And I said, I'm on a different fight. The fight now.
I give him props for committing to it and not backing down from what he was doing, but on your mate for trying. Next, I guess we learned that Logan Paul really isn't entirely over this whole suicide forest thing. It still seems to really get under his skin, that we saw KSI sort of do an impersonation of his terrible apology, and that was the sort of the straw that broke the camel's back. That is Logan Paul's self-control.
So Logan, tell me, what the fuck happened in January? Was that you just getting started? Because if that was, then boy, I'm about to end that shit real quick. He's gonna set up his camera. He's gonna look all beaten up and bruised, and then he's gonna start with something familiar. No.
Sit your ass down, bitch. What the fuck is he saying? Sit your ass down.
Yo, Jake, why you still standing?
Hey.
I ain't done.
Why you still standing?
Hey.
Sit, bitch. That's what I thought, yeah.
Oh.
Sat.
Oh my God. You look good now. It's about time.
Make sure you zoom into my face for this. This is what you're gonna say once you lose.
Okay.
I've made a severe and continuous lack of my judgment.
Which is a bit funny because not earlier, but a little while back when he was having his little battle with Chris D'Elia, he sort of tried to put up a very mature front, but as it turns out, Mr. Logan Paul is still not quite over that. We learned that KSI doesn't like getting his bandana touched because that really set him off.
What's up, bitch? Yeah, you fucking pussy.
Prior to the press conference, we got to see a side to KSI that we probably never thought we'd see in his Twitter post. You can Google that if you want. I'm not showing that on YouTube. Another thing that I really liked, I found it pretty hilarious. There's a point in the press conference when Logan Paul was yelling at KSI and he was saying that I'm gonna knock you out, and in boxing you get a 10 count. And so Logan started, his insult was he was just counting, and then he stopped when he got to 10, and all his fans were in the audience were getting really into it. And it really shows that a lot of the people there don't really know a single thing about boxing, because you hear a large portion of the crowd go 11, 12, and it's just like, oh.
Wearing heel. 2. You're wearing heel. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all you'll go here. That's all you'll go here.
But let's get down to the bread and meat. What I really take away from this. I think I've decided that I really hope that both Pauls get knocked out in a pretty humiliating way, but also humbling way at the same time. I don't think anyone here really showed any level of class or decency, but I just think that they were just much, much more in the paint than KSI and I don't know how to say his name. Comedy Shorts Gamer, I think, is his channel. I think the douchebaggery show by the Pauls was just on another level. You got the Pauls rocking up looking like the inbred love children of Conor McGregor and Ellen DeGeneres. You could tell that they were going for that sort of look. On the inbred note, I've always had this thing that I've noticed with Jake Paul, where it seems like I can't figure out where, but he's got a dead look on his face all the time. Like, I really feel like there's a few inactive nerves in his face where it's just like, just the blankest dead face. Even when he's smiling and trying to look entertaining, you just see like this dead look. I get this dead look, and then don't get me started on when I see Logan Paul wear a pair of glasses. I can't tell if he's got a big nose and a really flat forehead and like the opposite of shallow eyes, but when he wears sunglasses, especially aviators, like I spend half my time staring at them, wondering how they stay up, because there's something that just doesn't make sense when I look at anyway, sorry. I'm getting a little off topic talking about their physical appearances. Physical appearances aside, they were just twats. Like, look, everyone there was a twat, but they were the biggest ones, so fuck them. Eddie from Rhetorical Thoughts. Signing out. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're a mad cunt. I don't know. I need to sign off. Peace!